A Letter from America is first heard each Thursday with recent replays available on Shining Stars Radio, with older shows available on Podomatic.com. This is Darqun with A Letter from America. On a website by one of the leading newspapers in the USA, an article for February 10th reads, "Hackers claiming affiliation with Anonymous are taking credit for taking down the CIA's public site." After being down for several hours as a result of a distributed denial of service attack, the CIA claims there is no indication that hackers penetrated the CIA computers or accessed any sensitive information. Of course, we know that the CIA does not lie and would never cover up any such exposed weakness. To begin, a little history is in order. A group called WikiLeaks is an international organization that publishes submissions of private, secret, and classified media from anonymous news sources, news leaks, whistleblowers, and other sources of clandestine information. 4chan is an English-language image board website at which posts are made from anonymous sources. The group Anonymous began here as an internet meme and quickly began to grow into a global brain. Information Week magazine states that the goal of anonymous hacktivists is to expose what they call government and establishment hypocrisy. In January of 2008, the now common anonymous sign-off appeared on YouTube that begins with "Knowledge is free." The next month, during a staged protest, many were sporting the now famous black and white Guy Fawkes mask. The group came to the defense of Julian Assange of WikiLeaks as he came under fire from the U.S. government after the site obtained video footage from a U.S. helicopter strike in Iraq that was incriminating to the U.S. military forces. The U.S. government reacted quickly by blocking PayPal, MasterCard, and Visa payments to WikiLeaks. It is said that Anonymous unleashed a LOIC, Low Orbit Ion Cannon, tool with which anyone could participate in anonymous DDoS, Distributed Denial of Service, attacks. The events were titled Operation Payback. Anonymous claims to have no leader and no structure other than the use of the Internet. However, this cannot be entirely true, for there are those that rally the troops into action. Also, this anarchy will eventually become like the enemy of which it currently battles. First, with no structure, much will be done in the name of Anonymous in which the group will not be responsible. The group will be tagged with criminal intents that were never part of the mission of the group. Hate groups will use the name to further their own agendas. Second, the goals of Anonymous will become blurred. With the goals, the existing morals of the group will also vanish. With both technical and political goals currently being represented as goals of Anonymous, and with the mission statement to expose government and establishment hypocrisy, corruption will occur. Doors are open in a similar manner in which the Freemasonry became infiltrated with the Illuminati influence, the Templars were infiltrated by the Church, and the Romans seized by the barbarian tribes. Third, as Anonymous defends the human rights of citizens, it will be deeper and more violently attacked from its targets. This will lead to further retaliation, and eventually, the goals of the group will be to survive with revenge as the primary objective. Though another secret society has arose, though its mission statement is peaceful but aggressive, and though physical violence is abhorred, beware the human nature to corrupt. Governments need groups such as this to keep them honest, and groups like this require governments and establishments to remain united. To those for and against them, keep an ear out for Anonymous. This has been A Letter from America. Over and out.
Now you see that evil will always triumph, because good is dumb.